Hi, boys and girls, and welcome back to another week of virtual music class. We are going to continue to talk about National Hispanic Heritage Month because it does not end until October 15th. So, first, we're going to talk about Teresa Carreno, and she was born in Caracas, Venezuela on December 22nd, 1853. She started learning piano at age 6. At the age of 9, she performed for President Abraham Lincoln at the White House. And 53 years later, she performed at the White House again for President Woodrow Wilson. She also sang in some operas as well. So she was really young when she started to learn piano. And only at the age of 9, she started playing at the White House. This is her a little bit older. And this shows where Venezuela is. So it's right here on the top. Now, there is a book written about her. It's called Dancing Hands, How Teresa Carreno Played the Piano for President Lincoln. When Teresa was a little girl in Venezuela, Mama sang lullabies while Papa showed Teresita how to let her happy hands dance across all the beautiful dark and light keys of a piano. At first, making music seemed magical, but Teresa soon learned that playing a piano could be hard work. Sometimes she had to struggle to make the stubborn music behave as she practiced gentle songs that sounded like colorful birds singing in the dark and light branches of a shade dappled mango tree, and powerful songs that roared like prowling jaguars beside towering waterfalls in a mysterious green jungle. If Teresa felt sad, music cheered her. And when she was happy, the piano helped her share bursts of joy. By the time she was 6, she could write her own songs, and at 7, she performed in the peaceful chapel of a magnificent cathedral, playing hymns that shimmered like hummingbirds. Music was the Teresita's delight, but suddenly, when she was 8, a war changed everything. Guns blazed, swords flashed, and poor Papa had to rush the whole family down to the seashore and onto a ship into a storm where wind howled, waves rolled, barrels tumbled, ropes snapped, and clouds bucked and kicked across the wild sky like angry mules. By the time the ship arrived in New York, Teresa felt lost. She was homesick. How could she ever play happy songs again in this unfamiliar country where she did not know a single friend? Few people spoke Spanish, and all around her, curious strangers stared and whispered as if her whole family belonged in a museum of oddities. Worst of all, there was fighting here too. The horrible Civil War, North battling South as soldiers marched and newspaper boys hollered about victories, defeats, funerals, and fears. Without a new piano, Teresa would have felt even more lonely, but soon she discovered that wherever one is, some people are friendly, drawn together by songs. Musicians came to her home, playing along while they listened of the dazzling notes of her dancing hands. Determined to improve, Teresa practiced graceful waltz and sonatas, booming symphonies, and lively folk songs, her strong hands accepting the challenge of life's many dark and light moods. People began to call her the piano girl. Her picture was in the newspaper and on posters advertising concerts, where she performed with great orchestras that invited her to play solos. Teresa triumphed in enormous theaters where children clapped and cheered while their parents stood up and tossed roses. With Papa at her side, she traveled to elegant cities, and by the time she was 10, the girl grew so famous that she received amazing invitations, including one so special that she could hardly believe her eyes. President Abraham Lincoln wanted her to play for his whole family at the White House. But the country was still at war, so Teresa arrived in Washington, D.C. at a time when freed slaves were signing up to be soldiers. The injured moaned, and nurses groaned from the sheer weariness of caring for so many fevers and wounds. Not long ago, the president's young son had fallen sick and had died. Men argued about battles lost, battles won, speeches made, victory delayed. Teresa began to worry. How could music soothe so much trouble? Poor Abraham Lincoln. Teresa hoped she could entertain the president, his grieving wife, and their two surviving sons. Her fingers might stumble, the rhythms emerging too slow or too fast. But Teresa was brave and she believed in trying her best. So she entered the White House silently, clutching Papa's hand fiercely as they stepped into a room so red it looked like a storm or sunshine. Teresa remembered how it felt to be a homeless refugee and how lonely she had been surrounded by strangers, some of them rude and others kind. The memory of meeting past challenges now helped her fingers dance, celebrating the way life had turned out to be a mixture of all sorts of feelings, happy and sad. But the piano was poorly tuned, making her music sound ugly. What should she do? Refuse to play? She stopped, feeling discouraged, until Mr. Lincoln smiled kindly and asked for his favorite song, Listen to the Mockingbird. Teresa knew she could play this lively piece even on an imperfect piano, so her fingers leaped across all the glorious dark and light keys, improvising the way mockingbirds do, the melody changing as she went along. Music swirled, twirled, and soared on the wings of sound. The president listened quietly. The notes that rose, swayed, rippled, and dipped like a bird in a blue sky above a green forest. He closed his eyes, nodded his head, stretched his fingers, and tapped the tips on his shiny shoes. When the joyful song ended, Abe Lincoln stood up and clapped, smiling at the piano girl, who smiled too, because she knew that her music had brought comfort to a grieving family, at least for one brief, wonderful evening of dancing hands. From then on, Teresa felt certain she would always be bold enough to share her musical courage anywhere in the world, simply by letting her fingers travel across the beautiful dark and light moments of hope. The end. Such a good book. And now we are going to watch a dance performed by some ballet folklorico dancers. And this dance is called Los Machetes. And machetes are the really sharp knives. So I want you to watch this. Alrighty. So now we're going to learn that dance a little bit different than the video, but that dance is called Los Machetes, and it is from the Jalisco region of Mexico. It says Los Machetes is a popular folk dance from the Jalisco region of Mexico. The dance tells the story of cutting down sugarcane during the harvest. Los Machetes was created by Mexican farm workers who spent a great amount of time perfecting the use of the tool, the machete, for harvesting. Traditionally, real machetes are used while performing this dance. So, I used to dance ballet folklorico for about 10 years. It was one of my favorite things to do when growing up, some of my best memories. So, this is me. My dress, my Jalisco dress was black. I also had an orange one. We got to wear hair pieces and big earrings. And so, I used to dance ballet folklorico, and I used to actually dance this dance as well. So, let's learn how to dance this. Let's follow the video. All right, for Los Machetes, you're going to need two stick-like things. So I have two rhythm sticks here, but if you are at home, you can get two wooden spoons from your kitchen. You can get two branches from outside. If you have two pencils, you can use your two pencils. You just need two things because we're going to be hitting them together like this. So once you find your two sticks or your two machetes, you're going to put them on your shoulders. The beginning of the song goes da 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 da. You're gonna do that the whole part 2 times. So it's just a step touch like this. Right? Alright. The next part is the tricky part. Okay, so really follow along with me. You're gonna click your sticks together. You're gonna go under one of your legs. I don't care which leg, it could be your left or your right. So you're gonna click under, then you're going to click, and then you're going to go under your other leg, then you're going to click, then you're going to click behind you, and then 1, 2, 3. Let's slow that down and do it again. So you're going to click, under, click, under, click behind, and then 1, 2, 3. A little faster this time, ready? Click, under, click, under, behind, and 1, 2, 3. All right, how'd you do? A little bit faster. Ready? Under, behind, 1, 2, 3. One more time. Ready? Click, under, click, behind, 1, 2, 3. All right, so that's the machete part, the tricky part. One more time. Ready? Click together. Oh, not together. Click, under, click, behind, and 1, 2, 3. And the final part, the third part, is going to be our spinning part. So you're going to put one machete up in the air. I don't care which one you decide to or which direction you go. And you're going to go around. You're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. By 8, you should be facing the front of you. You're going to switch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then you're going to switch. 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8. Switch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then it goes back to the beginning. So we're going to do that whole part 2 times, and then we're going to do the machete part, and it's going to go. Under, behind, 1, 2, 3. And do that part 4 times, and then we just repeat this part. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 5, 6, 7, 8. And do that 4 times. So just follow along with me. At the very end, we go dun, dun, dun. And you're going to get your things together. All right, you ready? Let's turn on the music. Shoulders, here we go, side. Again. Click, under, behind, again, under, behind, 2 more times. And here, 1, switch, Again. Wait a minute, here later. Other way. Behind your back. Again. Now I'm not going to try to let it easy. Again. Cindy. Woohoo! Great job, guys. Alrighty. Now, don't sit down. We are going to do one more dance. This is called Un Poco Loco from Disney's Coco. So get up and dance. What color is the sky, amor, amor? You tell me that it's red, amor. Where should I put my shoes, amor? You say, put them on your head, amor. You make me un poco loco, un poquitito loco. The way you keep me guessing, I'm counting and I'm guessing. I'll count it as a blessing that I'm only un poco loco.
He's just a poco crazy. The sense that you're not making,
The liberties you're taking,
leaves my cabeza shaking. You are just
un poco loco. Awesome. All right, there's Dante. Alrighty. Don't forget to do your exit ticket after this. It's just one question, and that shows me that you did participate in music this week. And our goodbye song. Sing along with me. So long, farewell to you, my friend. Goodbye for now, until we meet again. I said so long, farewell to you, my friend. Goodbye for now, until we meet again. It's been great to play and sing together. And now it's time to say goodbye. So long, farewell to you, my friend. Goodbye for now, until we meet again. See you next time.